Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Total War. In the last episode, down in the south, we're building a shield over here in Balmora with Dagoth Rather up here. He's got a nice army, and we're working on getting some well-trained professional, quote-unquote, professional units down here. But in order to do so, we have to get our religion in Vivek to 75%. Meanwhile, we're also waging a little bit of a passive-aggressive war on the Imperial Legion. We can't strike them first because, first of all, they're the biggest faction in the game. If we look at the faction scrolls, faction rankings, where's the Imperial Legion here? There they are, Imperial Legion. They are, like, basically maxed out. They're by far the strongest faction, and they're not at war with anyone right now. Their enemies are the undead and the rebels. So if we declare war on them, they're going to bring all their forces down on us, and I don't think we can handle it. Another reason we can't strike first is because they have all of these allies. If we attack them, those allies are probably going to join the war on their side. And right now, the only one of them that we are at war at right now is Hlalu, and I'm not really interested in declaring war on the entire world. Not only will we have the Tamriel Empire sending all of their armies at us, we'll have everyone else sending their armies at us as well. So we just have to wait them out. If they attack us first, then that's fine. That means that we can have war with only the Imperial Legion, which I guess is like the best case scenario that we can ask for. If they don't attack us, that's why I want my priests and eventually assassin to work together here to kind of lower these regions' happiness to a point where they're going to rebel, and then once it's a rebel settlement, then I can move in and take it. So that's the plan for now. With that in mind, I'm not sure it's the greatest idea for me to actually be concentrating on two settlements at once. Maybe I should just move all my priests up to a single settlement and max that out in negative disposition as quickly as possible. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send some of these priests that I have down in Pelagiad down south. Maybe 3 of those guys down south to start getting Vivek's religion on our side. And then the other 2 can actually move up to Caldera instead and join these guys in converting that as quickly as possible. And my assassin can't move anymore this turn, but he's going to be heading up there to Caldera as well. Because I think, yes, there's a general. What's my odds of assassinating that general out of curiosity? 44%. It's a little bit risky, but I gotta take the chance. It's too bad I don't have that last assassin that kind of died defeating like a level 1 priest when he was full up on subterfuge, but this guy will have to do for now. Hopefully he can get the job done and not just get himself killed. And over here on our east coast, we have our sword. That's kind of our shield over here, and we have our sword in Dagoth. He's bringing his force around, building watchtowers along this coast, fortifying it, and taking out any little island settlements he sees along the way, along with his navy here, Admiral Dagoth Milan. He's unfortunately had to leave a good portion of his force behind, although we have moved Dreamers up here to support. Hopefully they can join up with Dagoth Ur's main force eventually, and he'll leave some of those behind in each of his settlements to kind of pacify them. But he had to leave a good enough amount of his force behind to fend off against some Telvanni attacks, as they just keep coming across the channel over and over again and attacking us, it looks like. Now we have some watchtowers and we can see when they're coming, but still, that won't help us if he comes across with a massive full-stack army and Dagoth Ur has all his professional forces down here. And we're ready to train the next General's Bodyguard unit in Mount Doom, so definitely going to keep pumping those out. And also a 3rd unit of Ascended Sleepers to replace these Ash Spawn in the garrison. 41% chance to execute a Daedric Cultist. Alright, I guess I'll take it. And it works! Alright! Haha, YOLO! Alright, and now a 44% chance to kill this guy. Angaril Curio. Hopefully, if I can kill him, that will give them a significant what do you call it, public order decrease in this town, which on top of it being 73% now cult of Dagoth Ur and rising, hopefully they'll rebel all the sooner. You gotta make this work, guy, don't die. I heard something. Trait increase. Assassination mission success! Oh, alright, that's great news. I wasn't actually expecting that to work, but yeah, that'll work beautifully. Now, hopefully they'll start rebelling. Can I see public order? I got my spy there. No, I can't see the public order. I'm gonna have to see if my spy can't infiltrate the town next turn and kinda keep an eye on it for me. Back here on the east coast with Dagoth Ur, it looks like the Telvanni have landed a couple more troops over here on Telfir. What army do we have here? 1 Ashbon Heavy Swordsman. That should still be able to beat a couple of Archer Militia, so I'm not too worried about that force. Instead, I think I'm going to put him back on the ship. We'll keep moving along here, building watchtowers. And also, Let's go over here and see what there is to see. Okay, there's nothing over here either. So if I go ahead and land him right there, he should be able to attack this turn. Yes, awesome. So we'll try to take Sadith Mora as well. Just continue island hopping along the coast. It looks like it's probably going to be some more Telvanni Masters, though. That's what it looks like from his number of bodyguard units. Yep, Telvanni Masters. So that'll be a little bit tough again. We're going to have to do the same strategy as before. Just surround them and try to stop them from firing. And once our assassin is done over there with the Imperial Legion, it might be prudent to get him over here and have him join Dagoth Ur's forces. That might be a good idea. If I could just assassinate these Telvanni Masters instead of facing them in combat, that might be a lot easier. I'm going to try something a little bit different this time, though, before I manage to move everyone in. I'm going to put my Ashbone over there, see how they fare in a skirmish with these guys first. And then I'll move everyone else up here behind the hill so that they can't hit them with their ranged attacks yet. Including these guys. And we'll see how this works out. You guys spread out. I don't know why you're in clump formation. Clump formation is bad formation. Yes, they're trying to shoot through a mountain at those guys, while our ash spawn are hitting them from over there. Alright, so as long as they don't draw their attention, switch their attention to the ash spawn, this might actually work out really well. It is actually working, and now they're so busy shifting between tight and loose formation that they're not even firing anymore. Actually, what are they doing? Now they're just not doing anything at all. Yeah, there's loose formation, and back to tight formation, and presumably back to loose formation. So I don't know what's happening right now, but the AI seems to be confused, and I'm not going to look Gift Horse in the mouth during this particular battle. Alright, out of ammo, time to send the Ash Spawn in. And then we'll send Dagoth Ur and the, or did I say Ash Spawn? I meant the Ash Zombies in, and then we'll send Dagoth Ur and the Ash Spawn in walking. Hopefully this does the trick.
St. George, our men have taken control of the castle.
Oh, now they're starting to fire. Okay, interesting. So if we learn anything from the last time, it's that we can capture this place before we can kill them. So just send the Ash Zombies in. Oh, they're kind of contesting it, which is annoying. Okay, here we go. And just look at all that death. They keep shooting. They won't stop shooting. Oh, that hurts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Victory, end battle. Alright. Still lost 133, but it could be a lot worse. Fortunately, the only two Telvanni Master units we faced so far, we faced them on their own. If we had to face them along with an army, I could definitely see that being pretty freaking tough. Alright, there we go. Sadith Mora falls. Now we've got all the islands in this area. And those are all that I can... Oh, there's one more down here. Tel Brenora. We'll just keep building... how much... Ooh, that's a big population. We gotta exterminate it, don't we? We have to exterminate it, because that's gonna be full of unrest if I don't exterminate that. I have to. No choice. And we'll throw up an altar of vision, start converting that place to our religion before it grows back into a huge city or whatever it was before. What is that? It's a castle. That was a castle with a really large population. Interesting. Alright, we're going to leave one unit of Ash Spawn behind. We have to leave the bigger unit, because if they attack, we need to have some... They need to be they need to be required to attack with more than like this in order to take it. They need to attack with some kind of a decent force. Ooh, they have a decent force right there, and that's going to be transported over pretty much immediately, isn't it? That definitely seems likely. We might have to stay in Sadith Mora for the moment. In order to repel that attack, because the next turn they're going to move their navy back, take them, and land them on the shores. I can practically guarantee it. Then again, we have exterminated the populace, so maybe that's not so bad. Maybe we take the extermination, keep moving along the coast for now, take this place, which should be easier to hold than that one with that massive army, go ahead and let them retake Sadith Mora, and then take it again on our way back up north. Maybe that's what we do. And in fact, these ships can't move anyways, so I don't know why I'm trapped on there. They had a lot more movement a little while ago. Maybe it takes a lot of movement in order to place troops down. That could be a possibility. I'm not really sure how ships work. Yeah, so anyways, I don't even have an option to get off these ships and defend it anymore, so whatever. I think what I'd really like to do is get this southern part of the Navy up and united with this part so that I can sink all their ships in the region so they can't carry troops across, at least not within 3 or so turns. Another candidate for adoption, I'll take him. And Return of the Argonians. What is this? It's a historical event. Argonians draw back and hide in the shade of black marshes once more. The Hist call their lizard servants to come home once more. reptiles, even those that are still far away, all hear the voice of the great trees, form packs, and head straight south. Why the Argonians once more seek protection of the marsh, nobody truly knows. But some say that it heralds some dark future for Tamriel. Oh, that's probably a little bit of foreshadowing for the Oblivion Crisis, because the Hist called all the Argonians back, according to lore, in order to defend the Black Marsh against the Oblivion invasion. Alright, can Dagoth Molos the Spy infiltrate Caldera? What are the odds of this? 58%. So I don't really love those odds, but I gotta go for it. He's only a 3, so if I lose him, it's not really the biggest of deals, I guess. And yep, he died, as expected. Darius has somehow turned into a cuck. Interesting. How did that happen? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, my spy's dead. Damn you, fate. Well, let's just get that spy out right now. I can train 2 cogs here. I'm done with the cogs, though. I have enough cogs for the time being. I want to focus on hulks now. I want a Hulk Navy. And I think that's all that I want. How much more expensive are they? Hulks are 200, that's 150, so they're 50 more, but I think the performance is going to be worth it. Now then, over here in the east with Dagoth Ur, I've landed Dagoth Ur's main force back at Sadith Mora. They did, as expected, land this massive force here. They're led by a captain, so it can pretty much be safely assumed that they don't have any Telvanni masters with them. Now then, before I'm probably going to move out. Yeah, I can move out and engage this force, which I'm probably going to do. Since the city walls don't really protect me in this style of city, there's no point in fighting there. I'd rather fight on my own terms. I'm gonna... What's this navy? That is 1 cog. Let's move our navy around and attack theirs. Yeah, go ahead and auto-resolve. They're gonna retreat? Where did they go? I really should turn speed movement off before I do this. Alright, so now, let's move this southern navy up here. There we go. Now we've got these guys kind of surrounded. We should just be able to destroy them. Yep, automatically resolve that battle. And... Alright, they didn't sink any of ours. Good, that's good news. Any experience gained? No experience. That's bad news. And now we can combine them into one massive fleet and blockade that port, at least for the time being. Now they're trapped on the island, and if we win in battle, which it looks like we will, it looks like it's just a bunch of militia, supported by just a minimal, bare-bones professional force. If we win against them, they should have nowhere to retreat, and they should just die, and won't be able to retreat onto the boat. And then also, they should not be able to send these forces across for some time until they get a navy. That is, who do they have? They have Proloris in there. I can't quite... Is Proloris the name of the town? Or is that... I think that's the name of the town. Okay, no, that's 2 captains, so they don't have, as far as I can tell, a general here. Oh, they do. They do have a general. Bodyguard? General's bodyguards, okay. So that's fine. I don't see any more Telvanni masters along their coast yet. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take this fight to them. I'm pretty confident we can win this. Dagoth Ur can do a lot of damage to militia on his own. So if we can use our ballistas and our ashspawn to snipe off their professional units, I don't think they're really going to stand a chance. No big surprises here. It's pretty much as we expected. 4 units of Telvanni spearmen. Oh, and Dagoth Ur's title has changed as well. He's no longer the Malevolent. He is now Dagoth Ur the Mauler. I'm not sure what that means or how he got it. Maybe he took some scars in battle or something, but yep, there he is. Alright, we're deploying over here. They did decide to deploy on the hill this time, which is kind of weird. They can never seem to decide what exactly they're going to do. Sometimes they do one thing, sometimes they do something else, which I guess is cool. Adds a little bit of variety, so you never really know exactly where they're going to go. Anyways, I'm deploying like this. In fact, I'm going to realign a little bit to match their position. I have our big heavy hitters on this front trying to defend our ranged units, and then I have our makeshift cavalry ash zombies on this flank, so if they do attack, maybe use one of these guys to block and go around with another one. That said, they're going to have a way longer line than me, so I might not even have a chance to do anything fancy like that. I might just have to take it head on. So these guys have to concentrate on the professional units. Yeah, go ahead and attack these guys. They're in the midst of a big group, so if they miss, they can still have a chance at hitting some other ones. In fact, attack them. There you go. That's a big blob. Nice. See if they... Oh, nice. Miss a little bit, and they can hit all the units around them. Nice. See? Yep, it looks like they are actually going to attack. They're not just going to stand there this time, I think. I think they're going to attack because they have such a larger force than we do. Now they're moving up. They're forming up. Don't just form up. You have to actually attack. Okay, yeah, they're moving. They're actually moving towards us. That's good. Alright, we're in ballista range now, so our ballistas will start firing at them also. Yep, there we go. I'm having the ballistas target these Telvanni spearmen on the flanks. And then hopefully my main line can take care of some militia just fine. Spearmen will probably end up killing these ballista, but there's not really much I can do about that. Maybe I'll send these guys back around and trust my ash zombie. Yeah, they're moving to this flank, so I can move one of those units of ash zombies off. And then I'll just send these guys down at them. And these guys can kind of help support the ballista on the side. Oh, they're routing. Oh, that's great news. Yes, okay, they're gonna rout before they even get to us, which is awesome. Telvanni spearmen are still in here. Let's charge at them downhill. I guess we'll also charge with these guys. These guys, stop firing. Actually, yeah, stop firing. We don't need the ballistas anymore. Now these guys can start firing at the ones who are retreating. Man, they just keep coming. I was expecting this to kind of be over. And they're not routing at all. They're like routing and then they're coming back. They have to stop doing that. Now it's every time they get close they rout. Stop teasing me. Come on, either come or go. Come or go. Make up your mind. Alright, we gotta chase them off the field. You can stop firing. You're no longer required. What happened to ash zombies? Chase them down. Yes. Just chase them out and kill them. We have the speed on them. It should be fine. Just kill these guys, will ya? There we go, finally! Okay, I guess we'll continue it and run them down with our ash zombies. But, alright, they finally all decided to rout at the same time. They recover an awful lot. Yes, do the zombie wall! Don't let them escape! Oh, I love the zombie wall. Oh, one of them made it out. Oh, two of them made it out. That's no good. Alright, well, we got most of them trapped. So, I'm gonna count that as a success. And the captain goes down, which is pointless, because I'm pretty sure they just spawned a new captain. Whoa! Okay. Apparently we only lost one person. How did they kill two of us, but we only lost one? Maybe we recovered it? Casualties healed? Yeah, we healed one. Okay, that's how that happened. Alright, gotcha. So we got 1 unit of experience for both our ash spawn. That's a nice little boost, and I'm pretty sure I left the battle, or I forgot to pause recording at some point in there, so hopefully I wasn't just silent for too long with nothing happening. And if I was, sorry about that. And of course we execute, and they're just gonna die immediately. Awesome. So went as expected, they didn't have anywhere to run, and now they're dead. And we get a nice little heroic battle marker. This could be Dagoth first one. How do I can't, there it is. Okay, site of famous battle. Year 3rd era, 431. Victor, Lord Dagoth the Mauler of Great House Dagoth, and the loser was Captain Balver of the Great House Telvanni. And it's not even worth a heroic battle marker, I'm telling you. It was led by just a generic captain. You expect a generic captain to beat Dagoth the Mauler? Get real. And now we have another siege here, which is a little bit annoying. I'm pretty sure these guys are they vulnerable to missiles? They're not in here. It doesn't describe them in here as being vulnerable to missiles. I'm pretty sure it describes them in the custom battle as being vulnerable to missiles. So I'm not sure if they are or are not vulnerable to missiles. But it would make sense if they were, since I'm pretty sure, yeah, they don't have a shield or anything. They're just using a two-handed weapon. Anyways, these guys just have a bunch of archer militia, which is going to be really annoying to take out. I'm just going to sally forth and hopefully I can chase them down. I do have just... They actually have more men than me, but they're just militia. I'm not worried about it. Hopefully I can catch some bad AI. So we're going to deploy in loose formation as far towards the front as possible, and then just charge them as quickly as we can. That's the plan. It's a good one. And they've decided to do this instead. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They have a plan of their own, it looks like. And these guys are just running away. Probably a wise decision. Are they just literally fleeing out of the world right now? Are they completely running away? No, they stopped. Alright, good. Now, hopefully we can catch them. Unfortunately, we don't have ash zombies. What are you doing? Come on, move. Walk forward, not away. I think they don't like rain very much is what's going on. There we go. Alright, they're in the charge. Come on, catch someone. Catch someone. There we go. We got some of them. Alright, awesome. And I think these guys are actually going to lose in combat to Archer Militia. That's pretty embarrassing. Oh, the enemy general is gone, so hopefully that will lower their morale enough. Yeah, okay. They are going to run. Now we can chase these guys down. And hopefully they'll flee because the general's dead. That's what I'm hoping on now. We have to break their morale. Our guys have infinite morale. We have less of them. I think they're technically stronger than the opponent. We just need them to break. Alright, our general's down. Doesn't really matter because our general does not actually provide morale benefits to our troops. We just have infinite. I'm almost 100% sure that's how it works. So we're just wearing them down. Victory. Now, okay, now it's looking like we're going to win. They're probably going to break. Come on, break. There we go. Awesome. Alright. We'll just go ahead and continue for now, I suppose. Just chase down as many as possible. No, they're not even. They're way faster than us. Okay, end battle. Alright, yeah. We won. We took a lot of casualties. It was kind of a Pyrrhic victory. And this force of 20 Ashbun is not really going to be able to hold off any further attacks on that settlement. So just something to keep in mind. Hopefully they're able to at least keep the people in order. Alright, yep, they didn't have anywhere to flee, so they're dead completely. Awesome. And Telfir is still happy. Great. Alright, that's all I needed. Oh, and we recovered 20 casualties as well. That's good. We doubled our force. Still doesn't really make a difference. They're not going to be able to defend against anything, but take it for what it is. Take every inch counts, and they add up to the touchdown. I think that's a saying from somewhere. Alright, no real point in building a drill square right now because we don't have this place enough cult of Dagoth Uri, I don't believe, to actually train anything. No, only 16%. So we just got to build an altar of dreams and start converting that more quickly, I think. Tell you what, the Telvanni are really aggressively defending these islands. I guess it makes sense. The reason that these other factions are not really aggressively defending the islands was because our plan kind of worked. First, we took out the Redoron. They were at war with Skyrim, so they couldn't come back and defend. I think they've actually been wiped out by Skyrim in the meantime. And then down here, the Lalu have ended up at war with the Tribunals and the Drez. Or I guess the Tribunal is at war with Lalu and the Drez. So they're distracted, and so are the Tribunal with that same little conflict that's going on. And then the Telvanni are the only ones that we're really taking on head-on. I don't think they have any other factions that they're at war with, do they? Let's see. Well, they are at war with the Ashlanders, but the Ashlanders basically only exist up here. So yeah, pretty much they're just at war with us. And that would be why they're just concentrating so hard on fighting us in particular on this front, why this is by far our most difficult one to hold. Anyways, I think I gotta change my plan right now, because we don't have any attackers coming down from Solsteam, and so far all I can see are a couple of Imperial cities. I'm pretty sure there are more territories on here that I just don't have yet, because I've only asked the Imperials for map information, but I can't see them yet, so I don't have that intel. The Telvanni, I think my next war has to be against the Telvanni here, because they are striking back constantly, and they're going to be a nuisance. I have to take advantage of everyone down here being at war currently, and take out the Telvanni as quickly as possible, and then I'll just have a solidified front, east-west front down here. North-south, I don't know how you say that, but yeah, I'll be able to fight downwards and form a line across. So I think that's got to be the smart thing to do, fight the Telvanni front and center. So maybe the council were onto something when they told me to go take Firewatch. That might actually be one of my next targets. So now I'm going to start sending my assassin down this way, towards Vivek, where hopefully he can catch a boat. I think I'm training a ship. Yeah, I'm training a Hulk. Hopefully he can catch a ride with that Hulk and head northeastward to help out against the Telvanni, maybe assassinate some of their big tough generals before we have to face them in a massive army, because that could be a force that actually defeats Dagoth Ur if we let that happen. Then it might be a little while before Caldera actually decides to rebel, so I'm going to send Dagoth rather up here to Balmora, where he can just hang out for a little while. And I might be sending the bulk of this force I have down in Vivek with that Hulk to go and reinforce Dagoth Ur's front over here as well. And meanwhile, while we're at this, I am actually going to build a couple more cogs. They should be ready at the same time as the Hulk. Hulk, however you pronounce that. I need them just to, kind of as insurance, to escort this army up there so that you're not suddenly taken out by a massive Telvanni fleet that's hiding in the shadows there. Now also, while I'm at it, I'm going to move this diplomat who's over here talking with the Ashlanders. Or should I move this one? Maybe I'll leave him there. He's kind of our foreign diplomat. I'm going to move this diplomat, I think. No. In order to make... In the name of progress, I'm going to move this diplomat up there towards the Ashlanders. This way I can board the ship. There we go. And now next turn, I'm going to land him over here, and hopefully we can establish some diplomatic relations with Skyrim. And I'd really like to start building relations with them. Because eventually, when we're at war with the Empire, we're going to need a big ally up here to distract them. I don't need both Skyrim... all this huge Skyrim up here and the Empire down here all concentrating their forces on me. I'd rather keep Skyrim neutral, if at all possible, or even as our allies. And Vivek is ready for the next step as well. I think I'm going to go for a dockyard. Maybe then we can start checking out these Gaelises and see what they're all about, how good they are. Then again, that's going to take 5 turns. I think I want some roads first. Sauron can build an inn, and if we're lucky, if we're really lucky, maybe we can get an Assassin's Guild there. Ooh, things are looking good. The peasants of this settlement, Caldera, are rioting and may enter open revolt. That's great news. It looks like it's starting. We're up to 82% cult of Dagoth and these citizens, they're not very happy. Looks like the Imperials are training a few more units here as garrison to try and keep it under control, but it's not working out yet. And in Vivek, we now have a choice. There are 3 things I really want here. There's an armor, a dockyard, and paved roads. So I think I'm just going to choose paved roads because it's only 3 turns. I'm going to choose the shortest ones first. I also have 2 turns left before this ship is ready, and we got to head out. Uh-oh. And, before I deal with that, what's this?
Why do you serve the church?
Dagoth Gear has decided to go Daedric. Great. Alright, he's got 33% chance, he's got 33% chance. Alright, we just gotta hope for the best. With my luck, both of these priests are now going to die, and there's only going to be a Daedric dude left. He failed to denounce. Failed to denounce. At least they're still alive. Could have been worse. Fortunately, our assassin is heading this way at the same time. So, hopefully, he'll be able to take care of that guy next turn. Could also use... some extra experience for this guy too. I should have assassinated that captain on the way past. I didn't think about it. Too late now. I don't want to turn back. Or maybe I do have 2 turns left. One. Maybe I can. I do have time to turn back. Assassinate him next turn. And no, I just got to get this guy down. Okay, whatever. Anyways, the more experience this guy has, the better, because then the better chance he has of killing those Telvanni masters, which is obviously going to be his main purpose coming over here towards Telvanni territory. Oh, I didn't see it. I also have another curate in here. I'm going to send him out. I'm not actually going to try and denounce this cultist because I do want to get Gilvoth the experience. I will keep training priests here in Vivek, though, because worst comes to worst, I can still send those priests along with this ship over to Telvanni territory to start converting their lands. And I've now gotten to the point where I can retrain some of these Ashspawn units as well, although I don't have enough of them spawned in yet to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Got a tribunal navy here. They don't have any troops. I don't know what they're doing, but we're at war, so screw them. Alright, so I'm just gonna continue building watchtowers for the time being. I can't afford to get up there yet. I want to finish this watchtower network before I move on to the war with the Telvanni, so we'll just land Dagoth up here. Can you not? There we go. Alright, yes, build a watchtower, and there's actually a mercenary here as well. Ashlanders. Why not? Every little bit helps at this point. And then we'll just use this fleet. What can it do? What's the best thing it can do? I think it can just go up here and barricade this port. That's the best thing we can do with that for now. I don't want to attack in pieces here, because they have such massive forces. If I, sent just this force across and attacked, I think they'd probably actually just get crushed when they counterattacked Firewatch. So I want to have a unified attack across when I land troops on their shores. Or maybe I could actually use that to my advantage. I could kind of slant the attack, like attack Firewatch with this force first, hold the second force in reserve, and when I see with my watchtowers that they've moved these forces northward to take care of Firewatch, then I move in the second force and take Proloris. That might be a good idea too. Also, our Dark Elf General, Voruz Belran, has transformed into an Ash Vampire somehow. Does he still have, no, he still has the Dunmer trait. I don't think it's added the Ash Vampire one. So that's interesting. I think it's just a little graphical error. What's his bodyguard now? You know what? Oh, there we go. Now I can move him out of town and take a look at his bodyguard. It's turned into our general bodyguard. I don't know whether it was always our general's bodyguards or what. But yeah, he's now an ash vampire. He's kind of converted to our species somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. Now over here, we can actually send a second diplomat over as well. We'll just land them right across there. Why not? And then we'll start sending this navy up north. Ooh, the Hlalu have taken this place. Interesting. And we can check this out. Let's cycle around here a little bit. In this direction, Raven Rock. There's Imperial Motte Bailey. We'll just circle around the coast of the island, see what we can see. And then our diplomats up here can start heading down here towards Skyrim. Hopefully, yep, blue. We're in Skyrim territory now. They should have a town close by in this area. Oh, it's happened! It's happened! Caldera is rebel. Are you not sieging it yet? Oh, they're blocking me though. How to do this? How to do this? They can't take it. They do not have the forces to take it. They've been kicked out. All right, we have to send these guys in. We gotta send Dagoth rather in right now. Even if he has to go around the faraway, he's got to go in. He'll take it next turn. They might lay siege to it, but they cannot take it right now. If they lay siege to it next turn, I'm going to turn him around and put him behind them so that they can't reinforce that army. Hopefully, if I'm directly behind them, they'll have nowhere to go, and when they lose the siege, they'll just die. Hopefully, rebel armies can sally forth. I think they can. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, I'm worried about these guys coming in to reinforce. Hopefully they just won't do anything and I'll be able to put it under siege myself next turn. Now then, it's time to start moving these priests down south to the next Imperial territory, which I think is going to be Pelagiad, because that's just a little bit inconvenient, it being here and blocking off our travel and such. So that'll be the next one that goes down. Now, it's time. Please don't die to a 95% chance. Okay, good. You made it. No additional trait. That's unfortunate. That said, Pelagiad has a general in it. Hopefully that won't make too big of a difference. Do I have any info on that general? Only one chivalry. A couple command. I don't know how big of an effect he's going to have on this. I don't know what his traits are. It might be a safer bet to go down to Seda Neen instead. I really want Pelagiad though. I want this big chunk right here. I'm going to send them all into Pelagiad and we'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I mean, we still get this region up to, what, 90 whatever percent Cult of Dagoth, which is still a plus. Oh, and we found a Skyrim town, Silgrad, right here. Path blocked. Alright, so let's see what we can get out of Skyrim. How do they feel about alliance? Very demanding. Trade rights? Alright, they're fine with trade rights. We can do that. Map information from map information is demanding, so I'll put that in a separate deal. First of all, let's just see if we can get trade rights straight even out of them. Yes. Alright, awesome. They will accept trade rights. Great. Alright, can we exchange map information, and we'll also throw in 2,000 florins. Rejected. Alright, they want... that's fine. That's fine. I'm willing to accept that. Go for it.
Magnificent.
Alright, awesome. So now let's see what that's unlocked on our map. Okay, this is Skyrim. It looks like Imperials may have been pushing into their territory down here. I wonder who controls this spot south of here. That's a big question. If the Imperials control this entire... Let me zoom in on the minimap down there in the bottom left. If the Imperials control this little inlet into Skyrim lands, I can't tell who's advancing on who here. Whether the Imperials are advancing up into their territory, and actually this is Hammerfell over here. Let me zoom out to make sure. Yeah, that's Hammerfell, so it might have been both the Imperials and Skyrim advancing over to here into Hammerfell lands during the Civil War, kind of taking advantage of that. Very interesting. And then here are a couple of Hammerfell lands. This is Clan of Crowned, is that bright yellow down in the south. I think Clan of Forebears is in the north of Hammerfell. Oh yeah, this is Skyrim. They're going up in the world. They've had quite a bit of progress in the past few turns. Military, they might have lost a couple of military battles recently, or at least, I don't know whether they lost them, but they lost some troops in them. Production ranking going up, territorial ranking going up, looks like they conquered another territory recently. What's going on here? Financial ranking, I think that just means they're spending all their money, which is good. Ooh, and the Clan of Forebears is in trouble. It looks like the Clan of Crowned are clearly winning this civil war. Who are they allied with? Looks like the Clan of Forebears has made a lot of enemies. They're not only at war with Clan of Crown, but also Kingdom of Daggerfall and Wayrest as well. So how are they doing? Have they played a part in this war? There's Wayrest. Ooh, maybe they've been taking some territories recently as well. And Daggerfall's been kind of stagnant, so they probably haven't played a role. But it looks like it's mostly been between Crowned and... It looks like it mostly matches up between Crowned and Forebears. In fact, it looks like Clan of Forebears might be down to just one territory left. So Clan of Crowned might have just almost entirely conquered them at this point. Then this is interesting. Palatine... They're enemies with Inequina and vice versa, but they're not actually conquering each other's territories. It's been fairly uneventful down in the south in Elsewhere. Ooh, and Orsinium, the kingdom over Orsinium, has just lost one of these territories that they've taken. So their progress has kind of been stymied there a little bit. I wonder who they're fighting. Ah, Wayrest. They're fighting Wayrest. So that little jump in Wayrest territory was due to them probably conquering one of the Orcs' territories. And the Tribunal Temple is really falling on hard times. Who are they at war with again? They are at war with the Drez for sure, and also the Hlalu, I'm pretty sure. Yep, indeed, they are at war. The Tribunal Temple on the right here is at war with Hlalu and Drez. And both Hlalu and Drez are now more powerful than them, so it's really not looking good for the Tribunal Temple. They might be destroyed pretty shortly if they don't play their best cards here. Which I guess makes sense. Now everyone would be rebelling against them because their gods are starting to die. It's pretty clear that their religion isn't quite what it was cracked up to be. The Telvanni have taken some pretty big hits. They were trying to invade those islands. It looks like we took out a pretty substantial faction of their territory there. Are they at war with anyone else, or did we do that on our own? Nope, they're just at war with us pretty much, so that must have just been us that did those knocks to their territory. Still, the military we took out was clearly a very small percentage of what they have, so they have a lot left over that they haven't sent at us yet. So I think I'm going to keep this diplomat heading southwards. Maybe along here, kind of, maybe he can get some sight on what's going on down there in the rest of Morrowind. And the second diplomat can kind of head into Skyrim, or at least around here, where he can... Actually, I'm going to send him to the far end of Skyrim if I can. So if I need to talk to some factions way in the far west, I can do that. Meanwhile, we'll keep retraining these Ash-spawn swordsmen here at Vivek. Hopefully we can retrain a whole bunch of them before we end up sending them over. Alright, meanwhile, on our east front here, they're back. Oh, this is a new one. The Tribunal keeps sending ships up here. This time it's a Hulk. We'll just clear those guys out while we can, and then move up north and take out this Telvanni fleet. They gotta go as well. And how much movement points do I have? Okay, we'll move back down here. I don't think I can... That's a little bit worrying that I can't blockade those docks again. Can he make it on his own? No. He's got to board up. And we'll move Dagoth over there. And I guess start making our way back up towards this area. So if they do attack, we can take out their fleet and, I don't know, hope for the best. We do know this is the end of the Telvanni lands. So that's good. It looks like this is Tribunal color, if I had to guess. So this is the last Telvanni land. They're only here and north. Unfortunately, we have a view on the Telvanni capital, because one of our, or whatchamacallit, the council, whoever sends us on missions, yeah, the Council of Nobles, I guess is what it's technically called here, but I don't know, we have a council. The council, the imaginary council in Dagoth Ur's head, has sent us up here to blockade a port before, so we have it marked on our map. And Odrasol has evolved as well. It's evolved into Wooden Palisade. Small town? What is it now? I think it was a village. Oh, now it's a village. What was it before? That's a Dagoth village. This is a Dagoth village. Maybe it doesn't actually evolve until I build the palisade. So we'll have to see what it is. What is this one? Town. Alright, it's evolving from village into town. Which means we can start training some guys up over here if we want. Actually, let's just train them in Mount Doom because it's easier that way. I guess we'll train a couple of Ash ghouls to go take residence in there. Are you training someone? You're training some Ash zombies right now. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we'll just train a couple units of Ash ghouls. Molag Mara is ready for a city's watch. And there we go. That's all we can do for this turn, I think. Now we have to finish training, or we have to finish this turn, and then the ships should finish training. Then we can merge those fleets up, start sending them across. Who are these guys? I think this is a... Yeah, this is a Hoke, and I think this is a damaged Cog. Anyways, yeah, there are Telvanni navies in here, and that's a little bit worrying. Alright, fortunately they haven't trained any ships here this turn, so they weren't able to move across. So first things first, let's move these guys up to the edge of their territory and finish them off. Yeah, there we go. Now we'll merge these fleets together, move them back to the port, and start assembling our reinforcement army. And Admiral Dagoth Vemin gains a star. This is our first veteran commander at sea. Alright, the watchtower system is now completed, and Dagoth is in the boats heading back up north. I think he's going to head right back up to Voz to rejoin his army up there before they move across to Firewatch. Hopefully, by that time, this force will all be boarded in the boats and ready. Hopefully, we're going to move this force this way, take Tel Brenora, this island, along the way, and then land next to Proloris and try and take them out. And the Imperials have decided to back off, so we'll just go ahead and lay siege to Caldera. Right now, we got a ballista, so we can take it immediately. Let's attack and see what these rebels have to defend themselves with. They have a bunch of militia, no problem whatsoever. Alright, here we go. We finally get to use our elite infantry force. We're going to start deploying a little bit further away from walls. Okay, we're still in range. Awesome. So we'll just wait for our ballistas to knock down the gate, and then I think we're just going to bum rush the square as quickly as possible. They're already retreating off the walls, which is awesome news. I personally would not retreat off the walls if I was them, but whatever. I think they might be scared of the siege equipment. They don't want to have their guys sitting on the walls and getting the walls knocked down, but I only have ballista, so it can't really do anything to them. Well, since they're backing off, I'm actually going to move a little bit closer, I think, because why not? I'm just going to leave these guys out here for now. They need to be retrained, and I don't want to get them killed before they can be. Oh, they moved back into tower range, so that sucks. Oh well. Alright, this seems to be a good range. And they backed off from the walls again. They can't seem to decide what exactly they're doing. I guess they're militia, a little disorganized. In fact, they're brand new militia, aren't they? They're basically just rebels. They're a bunch of peasants who took over the town and probably took over the armory and grabbed all the armor and stuff. This used to be an imperial town not like a month ago. Yes, good, we're out of range of the towers now. That's great news. Are these guys still firing on the gates? Have you even hit the gates once so far? And why not enable fire ammo, I suppose? They're firing, but I'm not sure what they're firing at. It doesn't seem to be affecting these gates. Oh, they're missing. They're missing and hitting the walls around them. I see. Okay, there we go. We got at least one hit on the gate now. No, we didn't. He missed. He missed and hit the floor. There's the arrow, I think. Oh, it disappeared. It was like sticking out of the ground. Come on, hit the gate. There we go. Finally double hits. Alright, keep it there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be really annoyed if they miss so often that they run out of ammo before they even manage to break down the gate. We're almost there, but they've missed like 7 volleys in a row. Alright, how about that? Come on, again. Ah, nope. Alright, back to missing. And we've been defeated because the ballistas were unable to break down the freaking gate. Well done. Freaking awesome. Oh, the religious siege of Pelagiad had begun, so that's on the bright side. Alright, I'm not quite ready to move all of these guys out yet, but I will go ahead and do this really quick. Start building some... Ooh, Ebonheart. Oh, interesting. There's an Ebonheart over... This is Ebonheart Castle, and this is Ebonheart on the other side. Okay, I didn't even know that was there. Well, that might be worth keeping an eye on. What? Where... the hell? Where did, the general go? Alright, you're supposed to be there with them. That's the entire point of this. Build a watchtower. Because we control these islands. Yeah, there we go. Alright, nice. Now, I guess, why not do it there as well if we can. Alright, so in Vivek, before I leave with this ship, I'm going to make one more return to port before I go. I'm going to train another priest to curate. I'm going to train 2 ash zombies to support this force of ash spawn heavy swordsmen, so we have some speed in the force. And I'm also going to go ahead and train, or retrain a couple more of these ash spawn units. And now this navy can move around a little bit. Try and get a view on something. Rebel fishing village. Ooh. Rebels. There might be a rebel town up here. Rebels! Rebels! Oh, we can take this. Alright, let's try this again, except this time we'll actually go ahead and do the siege. Let's build a couple of siege equipments here. Alright, this set-off point, this army is almost prepared. We just have to wait for this to finish training, mostly the ash spawn, and then we're going to pump them all into the boats, and next term we set off down our warpath along the southern coast, and it looks like Ebonheart might be easy pickings as well. That's something worth considering. Meanwhile, all of our priests have made it to Pelagiad, yes, and that's going to be turning towards the cult of Dagoth very shortly. We have all of our agents piled into the boats already, along with some of the army. I'm going to start sending these generals out to the various towns so that they can start governing all the towns on Vardenfell. And on Dagoth coast, we're going to take out this navy, finish them off. There we go, they've actually sunk them that time. Oh, I can't tell what I recorded or not. I pressed the record button and it doesn't seem to have done anything. So anyways, in case you didn't get that last part, I'm sending Dagoth and his navy back up towards Voss with the rest of his forces. And I also have some priests waiting up here to join him on that boat as well, moving over into this territory. We got 21% cult of Dagoth right now. We're going to need to convert that. 0% down here. We're going to need to convert that too. Now our navy up here, we know we have this rebel village here now. We'll keep going in this direction. Ooh, another one. Alright, 2 rebel villages at least in this on this island that we can take if we so choose. And now we'll move this navy this way to kind of scout these islands. And then up on the north side of this island up here. Because I suspect there might be a Telvanni town or something on one of these islands up here, on Shiagorad, wherever that is. And now Endasol has leveled up as well. How close is this one? This one's a little furthering. This one was like lagging behind last time I checked. Yeah, this one's got a little bit to go. But the rest of our towns are now leveled up, and I can probably build things here now. No, I already did start building things here. I forgot about that. Corn exchange. Alright. Alright, now up here, Dagoth is reunited with his men, built another watchtower here just in case so we can get a better view of this coast. And now we're blockading this port. I only have 6 curates in here right now, only. I only have 6. I'm going to move, I think, a couple more into there, just to be on the safe side. These guys, I can always train more back home, but I can't train them abroad, not yet. So I want actually just move a bunch of them in, and I can train more at home if I need to. Alright, move the Ash zombies in there. Move any complete full-strength unit of heavy swordsmen in there. Alright, how are we looking now? That's pretty good. I think we're good to go. Alright, we're ready to go. We're ready to depart, and we're going to send this fleet out towards Ebonheart. That's going to be our first destination in our warpath along the south. Now, Vivek's going to be vulnerable for like 1 or 2 turns until I can train these guys up to help defend. So hopefully they don't choose right now to attack from Ebonheart Castle and take Vivek. That would be really annoying. We can explore Skyrim a little bit more.
As you wish.
Not really much to see. I think this is Riften down here, right? Pretty sure it is, if I remember the Skyrim layout correctly. And this will be the throat of the world. Nice. Is it actually? It is actually taller than all the other mountains, so that's a nice touch. And now finally, let's try and attack this place again. Let's actually take this place this time. Alright, there we go. Caldera under siege, attack on the battlefield. Alright, here we go. Now, first of all, I'm going to wait for these ballistas to run out of ammo. Hopefully they can break open the gate. If they can't, then I have a ram to finish the job. Alright. Yeah, the ballista have actually managed to take out the gates this time. So now I guess they've got a little bit of ammo left. I don't think it's going to be able to accomplish anything, but just in case, I'll direct it at this tower. Maybe they can take it out. Okay, out of ammo. Unfortunately, they haven't managed to take out that tower. Oh well, I wasn't really expecting them to, but it was all they could do. Now then. We'll start moving the siege equipment up towards these walls. Can you not, like, oh, that's not the siege equipment. Yes, right there. You can run with a ladder, so that's nice. And then these guys can come up kind of in support, most of you. Only one of these units needs to charge into the gate right now. We don't need a big blob out here getting shot by towers. Unfortunately, the defenders have been smarter this time. They've got all their archers still on the walls. That's probably going to burn down before it gets to the wall. Looks like they're concentrating fire ammo on that tower. So that's probably not going to make it. I can't really rely on it. The ladders are about to make it, though. The ladders are guaranteed to make it, plus they can run, so they'll make it there sooner. These guys are definitely going to make it through the broken gate and start fighting there. Hopefully they rout pretty quickly, since these are like the best infantry I can possibly trade, I'm pretty sure. So, they'll just tear through those militia like nothing else. What I'm most worried about is casualties from walls. Basically, the wall towers. That's gonna hit me the hardest. Alright, we're inside the walls now, and tearing through them as expected, it looks like. And we're making it up on the walls with our ladders. Awesome. Get some nice ladder action here. I actually like ladders more than siege towers in this game. I don't know if I'm completely alone on that. Like, siege towers are more expensive to build and everything, but they have a chance of burning down. Your troops have to walk really slowly when carrying them. Ladders, your troops can run with them up to the walls, and they're guaranteed to make it. So I don't know. I think ladders are actually better than siege towers. See, you also can't have your troops ride in them, so it's basically just a ladder. I don't understand what the point of this is. I guess once they have all climbed the ladder, then you get more of a kind of a shock impact as they all come out at the same time, I suppose. That's the big benefit of a siege tower. I don't know. I think it would have been really nice if it was like you have it in the later Total War games, where you can load up your siege tower way up here and have your troops ride them up. Alright, time to bring in a little bit of reinforcement. into the city, I think. They can come up and help out. Hopefully run in through this path we've cleared and start taking out these guys. That's what I would like to do, since they're shooting our guys on the walls, and I don't appreciate that very much. And our siege tower has landed. They've already basically thrown these guys off the walls. They're shaken but not broken yet. And the enemy general has fallen. Okay, the militia will just break like crazy now, hopefully. Yeah, they're already breaking. Sweet. That was the best thing that could have happened. Now, one unit chase these guys down, and the other unit rush to the town square and start fighting there. Hopefully we can get there before these guys make it and cut some of them off. Meanwhile, the gates have fallen, so everyone just move into the city at this point. Alright, what do we have here? A few of them are going to make it back to the town square first. What are you doing? Now get at least to there before you start fighting things, please. I need these guys cut off. They're going to be hit, they're going to rout. They're going to try and route this way. I need troops here to cut them off so that they can't make it back to unroutable town square. Alright, so we'll send these guys here now, into this little alleyway, and kind of sandwich these suckers over here. Meanwhile, all of our reinforcements are making it here pretty quickly. Oh, did you just turn around and go the... No, he didn't. Where are they going? Okay, whatever you want. And they are routing. They should not be able to route past these guys. That's their job. Stop them. We'll just actually have a couple of layers here just in case we need them. These guys coming up the rear can take that spot. Oh, they were running up. Okay, never mind. Fine. You can do what you were doing. Yep, I think we got them. Awesome. That was definitely worth it. Okay, all their reinforcements from the walls have been cut off now, and this is all that's left. Now we just have to get a little surrounded and wait for our guys to kill them. Yeah, these guys look pretty neat too. I just love the look of the Dreamer Swordsman. Got this full little dark... It just suits House Dagoth so well. Got like the horned bone mold shields. Yeah, those are nice. You can impale someone with a shield instead of the sword. It'd be cool if they had little custom swords too, but I guess you can't ask for too much. And now we got our forces moving around the back. They might as well take these guys on, I guess. Why not? And then these guys can flank them once they get there. Oh, they're moving in. Okay, never mind. We'll just take that opportunity to flank the whole force then. Get a little encirclement off. A little bit of micromanagement. Why not? Just go all the way around. There we go. Alright, now we got a complete surround off, and this should be faster. Thanks to that. And we're just so much stronger than them. I don't see... Oh, there's a little bit of red that just popped up. But there's almost never any red on this entire unit bar, because we're just winning it so lopsidedly. We've taken like one casualty in the last 20 seconds. Yep, down they go. We're down to the last handful now. Put it into warp speed. I said warp speed, not double speed. There we go. And we win. Alright, nice. 33 men lost, mostly due to the walls outside. So yeah, this went pretty much as expected. Got 1 unit of experience on a Dreamer Swordsman guy, so that's worth it. And the vast majority of the casualties that we took were healed too, it looks like. 17 healed on that guy, 7 on this guy, 3 on that. Yeah, so that's good news. And finally, Caldera falls. All it took was a massive religious warfare plan and one failed siege attempt due to faulty siege crews. Now religion is already way on our side, so I think we can just occupy it actually in this case. Trait increased. He's going to gain chivalry, which is fine since he's just going to become a governor anyway, so chivalry is actually best for him. Now we can repair the walls and start building Altar of Visions, just to make sure that this all stays under our religion. Plus it will allow us to train more priests, and we're going to need all the priests we can handle. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it an episode with that. We've finished off Caldera, we've united the Imperial territory in our southwestern hemisphere is starting to shrink. We've got our priests over here, we're planning to take Pelagiad next. Hopefully we can do it the same way we did Caldera. Meanwhile, Dagoth Muthes, our star general, has set off from Vivek, and a warpath all along the south up to join Dagoth in his conquest of the Telvanni. And Dagoth himself up in the northeast is ready to reunite with his main force in Voss, along with a couple priests to move over and start attacking the northern side of the Telvanni territory here, the northern coast, all along the... I think this is the Sea of Ghosts, so we're going to conquer the Sea of Ghosts for ourselves, is the plan for Dagoth. And up here, we still have a couple of movement points to... Ooh, yes indeed, Dagon Fell. We've discovered this little hidden Telvanni territory to the north. Again, we're going to have to go up there as well. Sea of Ghosts and all that. And as a matter of fact, that might have to become Dagoth Ur's first target, but that's all going to be for the next episode, so thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time.